Are you getting ready to take the Praxis Elementary Education Mathematics exam? That's test code 5003, which is a subset of Praxis Test 5001. Hi, my name is Morgan, and I've been teaching math for over 8 years, and today I'm here to help you out with some example problems in the subtopics of algebraic thinking in linear equations and inequalities, similar to what you'll be seeing on the exam. Now, I want to mention that you'll have access to an on-screen scientific calculator, which I highly recommend taking full advantage of, even if only to check your mental math. Okay, ready? Let's dive in. All right, let's go ahead and start with problem 1. Which of the following is the value of x in the equation -4 times the quantity -2x plus 1 plus 3x plus 2 equals 20? So I want to point out that in all of these algebraic problems, you always have the option of using the strategy of plugging in the answer choices in for x, evaluating, and seeing if it comes out to something that works. And that way you can kind of guess and check your way through to find the solution. So I'm going to model that once for you with this problem, and then I'll show you how to do it algebraically. So let's take the first answer choice, x equals -2, and I'm going to replace the x's here and here in the equation with -2. So we have -4 times -2, and I'm going to go ahead and plug this other -2 in parentheses. This is going to signal to me to multiply when I get there. And then same thing here, I'm going to plug in the -2 in parentheses, signaling me to multiply. And we're going to see, does this actually come out and equal 20? So one thing to keep in mind is your order of operations. I'm going to put it over here, which is PEMDAS, is an acronym you can use to remember the order. So it means to start with parentheses, then move to exponents, and then multiplication and division from left to right, and then addition and subtraction left to right. So the parentheses that we have to consider are these parentheses here, which is this operation. So before I deal with this -4, I need to make sure that this part is fully simplified before I do anything with the -4. So within those parentheses, I'm going to repeat the process, okay? There's no exponents, so I'm going to do multiplication first. -2 times -2, a negative times a negative is a positive, so that should be +4. I'm going to rewrite -4 plus 1. All right, now note that the rest of this still exists. I'm just going to kind of like finish out this part and then we'll continue on. So we're still working with that p, the big parentheses here. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we get -4 times 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the rest of this now that we're kind of done evaluating the parentheses. And we're seeing, does this actually equal 20? So now that we're done with parentheses, there's no exponents, so we're moving on to true multiplication from left to right. So we're multiplying -4 times 5, which is going to be -20. Now I'm not adding 3 to that. I'm not making that -17 because I'm still working on multiplication. I haven't moved to addition yet. So 3 times -2 is going to be -6. So we are adding a -6 to that. And then I'm just going to write the +2. And again, we're seeing, does that equal 20? All right, now that we're done with multiplication, there's no division, so we're on to addition and subtraction from left to right. But really with addition and subtraction, you can do it in any order. So -20 plus -6 is going to be -26. And then we have to add the 2 to that. So since they're opposite operations, they're actually going to be subtracting, and we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. So -24 definitely does not equal 20. So we would know that x equals -2 is not a proper solution to this equation, and we can move on and check the next. But again, I'm going to show you how to do this algebraically, but I just wanted you to know that that's always an option and a strategy that is a good one if you're not sure how to do a problem algebraically. All right, as promised, we're going to go ahead and do this problem algebraically now. So I'm going to start with the parentheses again, but this time I'm going to go ahead and distribute that -4 through the parentheses, which means I'm going to do -4 times -2x, where a negative times a negative is a positive 8x, and then -4 times 1 is -4. If you struggle with your negatives, make sure you use that scientific calculator. Now I'm going to rewrite the rest of the equation around that. Now, the left side of this equation is still quite complicated, and we have some like terms. We have an 8x and a 3x, which are like terms, and we're going to want to combine those, as well as this -4 and +2. We're going to want to combine those because they're both constants. So 8x plus 3x is 11x, and -4 plus 2 is -2, and that equals 20. Now I want to get rid of this -2 by adding its opposite. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides of the equation because that's going to cancel out to 0. And I'm going to get 11x equals 22. One final step here to get rid of the 11x, which means 11 times x. We're going to divide both sides by 11 since division is the opposite of multiplication. That's going to cancel, and we're going to get x is equal to 2 as the solution to this problem, which, if we look over here, is right here. X equals 2 is our answer. All right, problem 2. This one is a equation, but it's in words, so we're going to have to figure out how to write this algebraically. The difference between 11 times a number and 161 is twice the sum of the number and 5. What is the number? Wow, that was a lot. So let's break it down phrase by phrase. So the difference. Difference is a key word to tell me we're going to be subtracting. So I'm just going to put a subtraction sign kind of in the middle, and we're going to build around it. The difference between, okay, so it's going to set up the two things we're subtracting. 11 times a number. So that would be 11 times an unknown number. So instead of using a question mark, we're going to do an x and do 11 times x, or 11x. And here's the other thing we're subtracting, 161. Now, is a keyword that means equals. So that's our clue that we have our equal sign in our equation. Twice means 2 times something, whatever's coming next. So I'm going to do parentheses just so that I'm ready for whatever comes next. Twice, the sum. The sum is a key word that means to add. So I'm going to put a plus sign here, but leave a blank because we haven't been told what we're adding yet. So the sum of the number, now this is referring back to the number that we did back here, which was x. So we'll put in an x, and the other number we're adding is 5. Phew, okay, now that we have our algebraic equation, it's not so bad. We can use the method of plugging in the answers and seeing which one's correct, or we can solve it algebraically. So let's go through the steps of what that looks like algebraically. I'm going to go ahead and start by distributing the 2 through the parentheses. So that means to multiply 2 times x and then 2 times 5. Well, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 5 is 10. Let's rewrite the rest of this equation. Now you may notice that we have an x over here and an x over here, and we want to fix that. We want to get them combined on the same side of the equation. So since they're both positive terms, I'm going to have to subtract. I'd rather subtract the smaller one so that my term stays positive. So I'm going to minus 2x from both sides of the equation. Those ones are going to cancel for me. So 11 minus 2x is going to leave me with 9x minus 161 equals 10. Now I need to get rid of this minus 161, so I'm going to go ahead and add 161 since that's the opposite operation, doing it to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to get 9x equals 10 plus 161 is 171. Now we need to get rid of this 9. This means 9 times x, so we're going to undo multiplication with division. And we're going to get, now here's Hopefully you were using your calculator the whole time, but if not, definitely use it now. 171 divided by 9 in the calculator, you get the solution x is equal to 19, which is right here, making that the correct answer to this problem. All right, ready for problem 3. Which point shows the solution to the equation 3x plus 2 equals 14? And you can see by the diagram here we have 4 points. A is 1, so I'm just going to write that there. B, it looks like it's about 2.5. C is 3. And D is 4. So we can either plug those numbers in, like using that strategy before, and see if that equals 14, or we can solve this algebraically. This one should be pretty quick to solve algebraically, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to start by getting rid of the plus 2 by doing its opposite and subtracting 2 from both sides of the equation. So we should get 3x is equal to 12. Okay, now let's get rid of the 3. This is 3 times x, so we're going to undo it by dividing, since that's the opposite of multiplication. And we get x is equal to 4, which, as we saw up here, point D was 4, so point D is the correct answer. All right, let's tackle one last question. Problem 4, find the value of x in the following equation. So again, you can use the strategy of plugging those in to see which one works, or we can go straight to the algebra and solve for x. So I want to undo this minus 5 first. So opposite of that is to add 5, and we got to do it to both sides of the equation. So we're going to get 3x is equal to 12. Then to get rid of the 3, we need to divide by 3, since that's 3 times x. And we're going to get x is equal to 12 divided by 3 is 4. X equals 4 is our solution, which we can find right here. And that's the answer to the problem. I hope you found this helpful, and if it was, I highly recommend heading over to study.com for even more study resources, including other videos similar to this, as well as our Praxis test prep course. As a member, you'll have access to hundreds of practice problems, in-depth lessons on challenging topics, and some great test-taking strategies to help you ace your exams. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. We'd love to hear from you today. Drop a comment below and let us know what topics you'd like to see next. Happy studying and good luck!